Hello, tere. My name is Tanel. I'm representing Metatron here. And what I did, I asked Metatron to generate a demo for you. So just let's see it. Is there any voice?
The volume of digital video grows exponentially in media libraries. There's a need for more comprehensive metadata.
Can you start it from the beginning? Yes, thanks.
Hi, I'm Metatron. I am an AI-powered metadata generation and managing platform. I think that without the metadata, the archive would be meaningless because there would be no retrieval and hence no need to store the bits. The volume of digital video grows exponentially in media libraries. There's a need for more comprehensive metadata. The currently used metadata descriptors from the basic Dublin core set are too generic to describe the complexity of a video. You can search using the actor names, year of production, producer. This is not acceptable anymore. So, I'm here to solve a problem. How do you find what you're really searching for? The solution: image classification using AI. Metatron is an AI-powered search engine which combines input from several different AI indexes. I can merge output from different indexes and augment existing databases. Also, I can use different image indexes directly to generate new tags. Demand change. Demand Metatron. Let's see, how do I work?
There's a demo.
First of all, the user logs into my system. The user performs a search and gets back a list of media arranged neatly that correspond to the search. Then, the user will click on the media, and he or she will see the detail page. The tag or concept he or she was looking for is simply clickable, and the player starts to play from to the exact spot where the tag appears. No need to browse through countless hours of video while doing research. This system is meant to lighten the burden of researchers, teachers, students, news departments in big broadcast studios, people with a lot of money and little time. I think I can make it happen. Thanks for listening to me. Now Daniel will answer to your questions.
Okay, that's
I'm
me.
sure there's plenty of questions.
Yes, thank you, Metatron. Thanks. Okay. As you saw, it's a basic metadata managing platform that can import data from other indexes, and it can utilize its own indexer, which might be really specific. Like archive wants to find only tanks or only certain types of things from old videos. So they can have that type of indexer within Metatron, and they can use it and merge it with data that comes from other indexes like Clarify or any other commercially available indexer. So what we are experimenting now with is the use of this system in a slightly different way. We are building an indexer in near future that actually detects artifacts from digitized film material. So there are like splices across the frame, dust particles, holes in the film, all that kind of these problems will be listed and logged, and a report will be created. So that will be a basis for the restoration work, the actual work. So there are many different ways how this system can be used. And this was just one of the possible options. So if you have any questions, I have 5 minutes left. Any? About 2 hours, I think. And I mean, the demo is actually not created by Metatron. This is not true. But the system itself can generate data. So, but it's not audio. It's metadata. So, any technical questions? Questions about the indexing part of this system or import part?
Is it quick? Yeah. Sorry. I don't know if you've seen my presentation this morning. I talked about a game called Her Story, and it's based about a search engine where you search through a whole video, and using some keywords, you have to recreate and understand what happened really into all these pieces of video that you can, link together to find what really happened. And in the end, the result was that from a player to a different one, they all had different interpretation of the story. So finding the data won't always tell you what really happened. I don't know if I'm really clear about what I'm asking here. Is that if you're just showing precisely what the person was looking for example, I don't know, based on a keyword, tanks, you talked about tanks, and I will just see the precise image where the tanks appear, won't it lead me to have a kind of misinterpretation of what is happening in the video? Because it's honestly just, it's a search engine, but it won't give me clues about what is happening around, right?
Yeah, yes. I mean, this will be the next generation of the AI indexes actually that can put these things into context. So right now, what I've seen is that I can make the system to understand that there is a tractor on the picture, not tank. Might be like lots of bushes, between the camera and the object, and it's not visible entirely. So, in a sense, the system detects that this is not a tank and gives you a probability, like a number, and you have to decide at what point this probability number will be acceptable to you. And the second issue is that the next generation of AI tools will put things into context. So how would I explain this? It's like when there's 4 guys standing in front of a bush that has a barrel coming out, the system probably will make this assumption that these are the soldiers for this weapon system, and goes through the database and tries to understand which tank had only 4 or 3 men inside, and what kind of caliber the gun looks like from this perspective. And it makes an assumption that this might be a Tiger, this type of that type. So it will be, I think after like 3, 4, 5 years, we will see a system that can make this kind of link between the actual object that you see and the surrounding like environment.
Thank you.
Thanks. I think we have 1 minute left.
You said AI, but what is the technology behind AI? Is this some sort of unsupervised machine learning, for example, where you're solving a topic modeling or a clustering issue? And maybe how do you handle the ETL component to augment the database, the extract, transform, load from everywhere to your current databases?
There are different indexers that we are utilizing actually in the system. So there are different like ways how you can make this kind of thing to work. But usually what we see or we do is that we train the database with a really specific images that it can learn to recognize. And if we have a database that consists like 100 objects, then it's the limit. We can't make it. It's not self-learning in a sense. So I don't know if that answers to your question.
So maybe this is more classification or like supervised learning, because eventually you have a training sample that you use to train the system with.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes.